Hey everybody, welcome back to the Captain Vitus Show, the show where I do the very difficult task of telling you whether the movie's worth the time or not, episode of spot in your movie collection. As always, I'm Ash. Today we're going to be talking about Alien Covenant. I was really excited. I had a great opening gag planned where I had this little face hugger plush, and I was going to put it on my face and be like, oh no, just like in the movie, and then we could use it in the thumbnail. It would be all fun and games, but I can't fucking find it. That's disappointing. You know what else is? Let's find out. Alrighty, so Alien Covenant is the latest attempt from Ridley Scott to get his Alien movies back up off the ground again. This is like a sequel to 2012's Prometheus. It's a prequel to Alien. And I guess there will be two more after this that are prequels to Aliens. There's gonna be a giant alien timeline all around this weird dick-shaped eggplant thing. And basically in this one, we have the crew of the Covenant. This is basically the ship. They're taking a bunch of colonists to a new planet so they can, colonize said planet and just have a fun time on said planet, and yay! But oh no, they get this little distress beacon. Someone's playing John Denver on some fuck planet right over here, and they're just like, well, you know what? We just woke up from our pods. We don't want to go to bed right now because something just happened and those pods don't exactly seem safe anymore. So, I don't know, maybe we just go to that planet. There's someone playing John Denver down there. Clearly they're having a good time. John Denver's fun. Let's go down there, but oh no! There's an alien, or there's an aliens getting ready to be made. It's the aliens! And look, I'll start this off by saying I've actually never been a giant Alien fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Alien and Aliens. I think those movies are great, but I also think Alien 3 and what I've seen of Alien Resurrection are some of the worst cinematic garbage I've ever seen in my life. It's just, in all honesty, I've always just been more of a Predator guy. He's more my tempo. He's got Arnold running around. He has the vagina mouth. I like him more. That being said, I was really excited for this movie because it just looked like a return to that alien form. Because Prometheus came out and it was just like, let's think. And I was like, I'm a simple man. I just want to see some gore, bro. And this is PG-13. You can't show me that. I'm not into this. So this looked like that return to form for Ridley Scott in this Alien franchise. It was going to get back to those horror elements and do all these things. And then just 2017, man, it's just like nothing is ever going to be good again. Everything is going to disappoint. Everything's going to be bad forever. That's kind of dark and dreadful. Here's a fun dance. And look, I'll get right into what really miffed me about this movie. You know that Elvis Presley song that plays in the Ocean's movies and it's all like, a little less conversation, a little more action, please. Well, yeah, that. Literally that. I was literally listening to that. Me and my girlfriend were driving to the screening last night. We were listening to that song. We're like, surely this will not be something that actually makes us relate to the film we are about to see. But literally, you're watching this movie and you realize, oh, wow. This is a lot more Prometheus than I anticipated it being, because we go into this thinking it's going to be the return to that alien form. But what it really is it's 2/3 of Prometheus, Michael Fassbender running around just like God and creation and all this stuff. And that's fine. That's fine. I respect the hell out of Ridley Scott for saying, you know what? I don't want to just make these cliche horror movies. I want to make these movies that are philosophical, that has just insane questions about creation and life and what it means to be human. But it's a fucking alien movie. I came to see the goddamn alien, and you get that in the third act. You finally get it in the third act, because those first two acts, it's Prometheus, but somehow worse. And I mean that, and I didn't think I could mean that, but it's just Prometheus, but more boring. Just on a planet, people are walking around doing their things. When it finally gets to the alien, you're like, oh, thank God, the alien, it's finally here. But it's so short-lived, and it's so underwhelming. That's just, it's hard to give a shit, man. It's like if you were just waiting on your friend, and he doesn't show up, and then he shows up, and he's like, hey, and you're like, Best Buy's closed, Jason, and on top of having just boring story elements with just this terrible pacing that I didn't even mention, but I mentioned it now, it's very not good. This movie also has just some of the most boring and underutilized characters I have seen in a movie in a long ass while, because this is a large cast of characters. There's a lot of people on this ship, and you know what? The way they describe it actually sounded really cool to me, because this is a colonization mission, therefore everyone on the ship is a couple. This is a ship made up of couples, so when you think about that on paper, you're like, okay, ship made out of couples, that means when they go to this planet, the alien starts fucking them up, then that means everyone's gonna be like, oh no! But one person in particular is gonna be like, oh, No, God, no! And that's gonna make you feel emotion and just pain and just all this suffering and like, oh no, the movie made me feel. That's what I wanted. But the fact of the matter is there are too many characters for too little movie. Therefore, none of them get the proper utilization and character development needed to make you even give a shit about them. On top of that, when they do start dropping, you find it's hard to keep track of who's dead or not. There were times in this movie where someone would get fucking dead and I'd be like, oh no, that person, they are gone, oh no! And then like literally in the next scene, that person would be there and I was like, oh, that was a different person. I was not aware of this because I didn't even know that person was in the movie. It's like every scene, just a new character will just pop out of a hole and just be like, I was here the whole time. And you're like, no, you weren't. And then it just gets stabbed through the neck and you're just like, it's just... You had a chance to make me give a shit about these character deaths, and then I gave a shit about none of these character deaths, and boo-hoo. And I think the real issue with the character development in this movie stems from the fact it was literally taken out of the movie and put into a featurette that's just on YouTube. You know that prologue thing that they put up and you're just like, oh, that's cool, that's up there. Apparently that was necessary reading, apparently that was homework, you had to watch that if you wanted to give a shit about any of these characters, because like all the development was just put onto YouTube and into the marketing. And that's cool, that's a thing, I guess. So, I know some people might like that, some people may enjoy the fact they have to like catch up on things to be able to truly be in the movie, but I don't know. I'm a gamer. I know when I buy a game and they're like, oh hey, here's part of a game, but you need to buy all the DLC later, I get mad, and that's just like, it's DLC, it's Doritos loaded cock. I guess if anything though, the movie does know the two characters you're going to get attached to because it's the only one it seems to give a shit about. That's for one thing. Catherine Waterstone plays the only character in this movie with any goddamn sense. She's basically just this movie's Ripley. She's running around doing the thing, but she has sense. She's smarter than everyone else. She's the only person who's like, maybe don't go investigate the John Denver on weird, scary alien planet, you know? So you like her a bit. In my opinion, and I knew I was going to say this going in, I'm happy I'm saying it out, Danny McBride was the standout to me. Not just because I love Danny McBride, because everyone says I'm Seth Rogen, so I feel like he's family to me. I love this guy, and he actually gives a really dark and emotional performance in this film. You'd expect him to go in and be the comedic relief, but no! There is no comedic relief. He is there to give you a layered performance, and it's really, really good, and you walk away like, damn, Danny McBride, I really liked you. I'd like to make you my McBride at the McDonald's. Extra cheese, please. And look, while I'm giving credit where credit is due, I'll say this. Man, I didn't go into this movie wanting philosophy. I went in wanting to watch people get fucked up by scary alien monsters. And when I do get that, it's excellent. The gore and violence in this movie, it just warmed my just putrid savage heart. I was just like, God, that's what I came in here. Blood, gore, heads just flying off and being in the water and people being like, no! You know, like, that's what you come in for this movie for, and it's amazing, and the effects are incredible. I mean, say what you want about the rest of the movie, it looks amazing. Whether it's just gore or the fact, just the way it's shot. Because look, Ridley Scott, he's put out a lot of stinkers in recent years with that, like, Martian was the one ray of light, and then we got, like, the Counselor and the shit, but the one thing you can't say is that his movies don't look good, because they always look good, and Alien Covenant looks amazing. The cinematography is amazing, the special effects are amazing. It's really a breath of fresh air after attempting to watch Alien Resurrection and just seeing how not to make a movie. Then there's this one. I don't think it's a good movie, but it's a well-made one, so in the end, Alien Covenant really let me down. Am I surprised though? No, because this is 2017. That's all it's doing. I think I've seen 36 movies and I can only say I've loved 5 of them. 5! Like it's just, look, it's got some good things going for it. It has good performances here and there despite the fact it moves all its character development into like YouTube where you have to actually go onto a thing and research before you go to the movie. You shouldn't have to fucking do that. You should just be able to go to the movie, experience the fucking movie. That's just, I don't know. It's got some good going for it. It's got a lot of bad going for it. My biggest issue here is it's obviously not as good as Alien and Aliens. Like, that was a given. Those movies are amazing. This wasn't going to top that anyway. It's miles better than Alien 3 and Resurrection. What I am struggling with is the fact I don't even know if I liked this more than Prometheus, and I'm in that boat of people who really didn't like Prometheus. Like, I think I may give it just a little edge, just because at least this one had some alien in it, and it also had Danny McBride, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, you're making me ask questions I don't want the answers to, and I don't know. I'll still probably buy your Blu-ray. I'll buy the Steelbook because it'll probably look really cool because that poster's really fucking cool. I don't know, man. Alien Covenant gets a C- out of 10. Hey everybody, thank you so very much for watching my video review for Alien Covenant. I want to hear what you think. Have you seen the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you going to see it? Or are you going to skip it? Whatever your thoughts are, leave in the comment section below, because I'm here. As always, guys, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, be sure to follow me on all my social medias and join into the Cinephile on Facebook. But most importantly, stay classy. I feel like there's a different thing. It's been a while since I did the intro correctly. I don't like things doing correctly things. I didn't go to school. Fuck you. I mean, bye. I love you. Hearts. Mwah.